Yo, what's up, everybody? It is finally here. Patch 4.2 Shadows of Change Content Editions Part 2 for Tzeentch. So, before I get into details about Tzeentch, I want to talk to you about the release date and where we are as of today. The team are still working flat out to finish things up, and we found a few things at start of this week that we need to address for handling things over to you. I'm really pleased to say that the team is making great progress through these last few changes, and we're still on track to release to you later this month. But the release won't be this week, which we had originally been trying to hard to hit. I'll be back later as well, so you kind of get that. I mean, the day delayed is fine. I mean, we got plenty of games to play. I mean, come on. So with the Tzeentch edition, listening to your feedback on characters and units which you have shared with us since the release of Shadows of Change, we have focused on improving the melee offering of Tzeentch's disposal for their lords and heroes. The Tzeentch armies have always been heavily leaned on magic, but we understand that having a hard hitting frontline generals and heroes are important in balancing out your armies. This is exactly what we have added to the roster for you in the form of Chaos Lord of Tzeentch and the Exalted Hero Tzeentch. We have also taken the opportunity to add further 2 new units into the DLC for Tzeentch, which I'll cover below. To broaden the connection between Tzeentch and the Beastmen, we first established with introduction of Zangors in the DLC's original release. We're now adding Centaurs of Tzeentch. Having additional Chaos Aligned Beastmen in the Tzeentch roster is something that we always wanted in order to best represent the various forms of chaos. And Centaurs of Tzeentch will pack quite the bestial punch on the field of battle for you. So they basically returned Centaurs into their own, unit, which is, I mean, it's fine repurposing, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. We also heard your feedback on the appearance of Zangors in game, your expectations of them having beaks. To be clear, the Warhammer Fantasy Battles universe, Zangors don't have beaks. Instead, they have much more closely resembled to the appearance of classic gore for the Beastmen roster, which have a brutal and bestial look with teeth and jaw rather than an avian bird-like appearance. Rather than being a separate offshoot species of Beastmen, they are instead gore who have sworn allegiance to the Lord of Change. Our second edition comes in the form of demonic flying Changebringers, a classic Tzeentch unit from the Storm of Chaos book released back in 2004. These flamers ride disc of Tzeentch into battle, making them fast and fearsome opponent. As with all editions, I'll cover them in great detail below. So Chaos Lord of Tzeentch, the Lord, having created a variety of marked characters and units with the release of Champions of Chaos for the Warriors of Chaos to field, we really wanted to come back and flesh out some of the missing cast, giving you the options you create the ultimate Chaos army that you have always wanted. So just like with the mentioned units, the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch will be available for both Tzeentch and Warriors of Chaos races. So as you see here, you can see the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch right here, looking pretty cool, pretty spiffy. I love the shield design, looking great. And here goes the end game model. Oh my god, yeah, he looks fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic, honestly. So the gameplay overview. The Chaos Lord of Tzeentch is built for combat, carrying his trusty halberd and makes him an adept fighting monsters and large creatures. He can certainly go toe-to-toe with some of the biggest foes in Warhammer world has to offer. He's also great at holding his ground through the use of his expert charge defense and charge reflection pass abilities. So Marked by Tzeentch, a master of the mind, the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch benefits from Mark of Tzeentch, which grants him magical attacks and barrier by default. The true power. Armed with a heavy suit of chaos armor, a towering shield, and a magical halberd, the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch is a defensive juggernaut who excels at fighting large targets, especially when mounted on a disc of Tzeentch, essentially becoming a character level Doom Knight. The Disciple of Tzeentch, as a powerful tyrant of fearsome leader of Chaos Lord of Tzeentch, inspires his followers and emboldens their resolve by using the change or die ability, which is a Tzeentchian twist on standard die. He can improve the leadership and damage resistance of nearby friendly units. He also makes use of the Paragon of Change ability, which recharges the barrier of nearby allies. So mounts, Chaos Steed, Chaos Chariot, and Disc of Tzeentch, available to Tzeentch and Warriors of Chaos. Now, the Exalted Hero Tzeentch, which is the hero character. We started the process of finding a suitable model to best represent this character. We knew we wanted to do something a little different and special, so we went back to, and I mean really far back, into the Warhammer archives, looking at various depictions of Tzeentch champions have taken the form of. Needing to be a melee-focused character, one model really stood out, which I'm lucky to say I even have in my collection. It really needs to paint. The Tzeentch champion with 2 swords from the early 90s. Oh, that's actually no, that's badass. That's really badass. Is that a 3-head champion? Yo, let's go. We got a Cerberus champion here. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Hold on, let's look up a little bit. That is really badass. So gameplay overview. The Exalted Hero is a melee specialist using magical attacks and high weapon strength to get into the thick of the action. He is armed with a mighty halberd to be in keeping with the rest of our Tzeentch roster. Rather the dual swords that this character takes inspiration from his miniature form. He has a solid melee defense that will sustain him long enough in the fight, just like the Lord counterpart. He's adept in taking charge with expert charge defense and charge reflection. You know what they should have done though? I mean, this is what they could have done. I feel like that they should have kept the double swords, honestly, and they should have kept the halberd, right? So let's make an example here. What they could have done to keep both is that I feel like the whole like anti-large or charge defense should be handled to like by the Lord, right? We'll say the hero here. The hero has the ability to switch between both weapons. You know, shorts for more offense but less defense, halberd for more defense but less offense. You know, something like that. That would be kind of cool. At least in my thoughts. I don't know. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. I feel like that's what they should have went with. You know? So you get the Marcus Tzeentch. He's an anti-large specialist and opportunist, always scheming and seeking a path for greater glory. The Exalted Hero Tzeentch takes command if the Lord is slain, voicing the leadership of an army as he assumes the command. And so now we have the Centaurs, talking to here. As mentioned earlier, our thoughts here would expand the connection that Chaos has across its many followers. In this case, Tzeentch using Chaos marked system, we opted for Centaurs to provide bestial cavalry to add versatility to what is normally quite a missile and magic heavy focused army. So, like the Tzeentch, these creatures have been developed based on setting a Warhammer fantasy battle, so no beaks or other things that you might be associated with Tzeentch in Age of Sigmar, and keeping our content true to the source material. Just like the Tzeentch, this unit will be available to both Tzeentch and Beastmen. Races to play with and the team. I have plans for going to improve the offering. I don't know. So one of my things here is like, I don't like it when certain civilizations share units. Now, we'll say this is like a multiplayer thing. I mean, I'm fine with that because it's multiplayer, but campaign-wise, I don't like that, Centaurs of Tzeentch can be accessed by, Warriors of Chaos and Beastmen and vice versa, Same thing with Kislev and Mother of Stonkia and her units. I don't know. I just don't like that whole idea. I feel like it's like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything on that. You gotta get how I feel. But yeah, those the Tzeentch and Centaurs though look amazing. I love the details. So the gameplay overview for them is that they're fast and hard-hitting units. Centaurs carry great weapons, offering armor piercing to take on tougher opponents. Carrying the mark of Tzeentch grants a magical attack and barrier. So of course, as usual. So unholy combination, combining the mark of Tzeentch with Centaur's stat line makes for a fast vanguard deploying barrier attuned bestial cavalry unit that benefits from standard beastman abilities such as Rowdy and Primal Fury. Great magical weapons. The Centaurs of Tzeentch wield armor piercing, of course, great axes. So you kind of get that what they have here. And then they have the arcane charge, initially introduced to the Tzeentch. Ability has been adopted to the Centaurs by offering more synergy with Tzeentchian spellcasters. So now the last unit here, the Changebringers. Last but no means least are Changebringers, a unit of flamers which fly across the battlefield on disc of Tzeentch. Those horrors will help Tzeentch quickly reach their enemies in the battle and keep the pressure from above. Now those, oh my gosh, yeah. That looks amazing. That actually looks amazing. And I like the design. I think this might actually have to be my favorite unit of this update here. So gameplay overview aside from your normal flamers of Tzeentch, Changebringers have the maneuverability and speed and agility of being able to fly across the battlefield, whilst ignoring terrain and penalties they may cause. But need be, their increased charge bonus will help them with making their first move. So they get shock and awe. Changebringers are one of the ultimate expressions of chaotic nature of Tzeentch. Flamers of Tzeentch, which are comparatively slow and lumbering units, take the skies, benefiting from greatly increased maneuverability. Death from above can rain down Tzeentch and fire from above, making one of the best flying missile units in the game. And of course, Flamers Tzeentch. Now, with that said here, they're available to of course Tzeentch and also Daemons of Chaos. So thanks for reading, and I'll be back next week with the final block on the great nation of Kislev and the new characters and units they'll bring in as a patch 4.2. So with that said, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below with this 4.2 change for Tzeentch. I think it's a pretty good change. I don't know, there's just some things, like I said, that I kind of wish that like they would differentiate units more, and like, I mean, these are for Tzeentch, that's who it should be for, not for like anybody else. Y'all kind of get what I mean with that when I say that. And so that's what I wish. But we'll have to see what the future holds. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this. If y'all like it, if y'all don't like it. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely consider liking and subscribing. As always, hit the notification bell down below to be notified of any other future video just like this. And last but not least, consider becoming a patron or a channel member to support my channel further. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out. Much love, ready. Have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.